morning, my name is Lotus, and I'm a freshman here in Wenzhou Kean University. And in this video, I'm going to introduce you about my research work. And the name of my research is Are Search Engines Making Us Think Less? A pilot study of how Baidu-ing is depleting Chinese students' talents of thinking. So as the information age comes, people tend to have to process tons of information daily. And luckily, we invented the omnipotent search engines to help us filter the redundant information we don't want and find exactly what we want. So this becomes a tendency. However, several years ago, an article named "Is Google Making Us Stupider?" written by Nicholas Carl came out saying that search engines the internet may have a negative effects on internet users, and there's also other resources implying that search engines may have some negative effects on students' academic performance. So I become interested in this topic, and I decided to poke in more. So I read a lot of other resources, and I found there are papers targeted on the Greek students, the American students, and the British students. However, I find there are few researchers that's specifically targeted on Chinese. So that becomes my study motivation, which is to specifically target it on the effects of the search engines on Chinese educated students, mainly Chinese college students. So here's the process during which I do my research. So thanks to the Dr. Tiffany in Department of Computer Science, she first held learning scenarios with internet use several times, and then based on that, I designed the questionnaire asking students questions about their internet use, internet experience, their personal preference, and some of their perceptions towards the effects of the internet. And then I collected 45 copies of data, and then I put them in an Excel for further analysis. And before I begin my further analysis, I put the data into a reliability calculator and got the number 0.53, which proves the reliability of my research. So from the graphs on the poster, you can detect easily that students think that seeking help from browsers is the fastest way to get an answer, while they still think seeking help from their classmates and teachers is the most efficient way to get an answer. So I'm sorry for there's not enough space for me to put most contents of my analysis here on the poster, but because there's not enough space for it. So I'm sorry for easily jump to the conclusion. So my conclusion is that search engines such as Baidu does have a negative effects on Chinese educated students, and it does not only make students more reliable on the search engines at the very early stage of problem solving, but it also deteriorates students' thinking ability, and their memory. So my suggestion is that schools and teachers should have more awareness about the negative effects of the search engines, and they should take measures to make sure that the students use the search engines in a rational way. So that is my brief introduction about my research, and thank you for listening.